welcome everyone. We are going to start with a toast tonight because congratulations is definitely in order. And we're going to toast to all of you who took the first step in creating and reaching goals by coming here tonight. So congratulations to you. Let's celebrate. We have a great year to look forward to. Cheers.
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 All right. So tonight our topic is developing SMART goals. And as you can see, there's a period between every letter in SMART, meaning it's an acronym. So each of those letters is going to stand for something. So basically, we're going to show you how to develop goals following 5 simple criteria. This is going to help to make the goals more attainable, more achievable. So instead of just setting goals this year, we're going to set goals and we're going to accomplish them as well. Okay, so tonight we're going to learn 5 simple steps to setting goals you can actually achieve. We're also going to identify some common roadblocks, things that prevent follow-through, things that cause us to become discouraged, and things that just sometimes make us feel like, I can't achieve that, I'm not even going to try. Also, we're going to show you how to arm yourself with one of the the single most powerful tool to attaining your goals. And then we're going to practice writing some goals, and we're going to celebrate and practice rewarding our successes. So let's get started. Okay.
So, SMART, as you can see, as Benna said, is an acronym. So let's just go through first, and we'll just define each one. Specific being the S. Specific, we want to make the goal specific. We want to define what they are. We want to use action words. We want to make that as clear in our mind as possible, because one of the first things to attaining a goal when you set it is being able to see where the finish line is. If you can see where that finish line is, you're already well on your way to getting there. So that's what we want to do. Specific. Measurable, we want to make sure you can know when you've succeeded. We want to make sure that you can know when your goal was hit. Achievable, is this within your scope? Is this something that you can actually do? Relevant, is this relevant to your life? Is this goal going to get you further to where you want to be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? And also time bound, we want our goals to be within a specific time period so that, again, we can make sure that we're hitting those goals. If you don't hit your goals, you can readjust the next time. But we want them to be time bound so that it doesn't go on forever. So.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to walk you through each letter. We're going to walk you through each letter and kind of have you think of some questions to ask yourself, kind of some things to think about when you're creating your goal in that specific criteria. Then we're also going to take a very general goal and we're going to make it more and more specific, following each of those criteria. So you can go from seeing maybe your goal is, I want to be healthier in 2019, to really focusing in on a specific aspect of health within a specific time frame, something you can measure, so that you can actually achieve a portion of being healthier in 2019 without being this big, broad thing that nobody can accomplish. I think on that first slide, I don't know if you saw the quote up at the top, it says, a fuzzy target. As possible so that you can actually reach that goal and actually attain a very specific portion of that goal. So I'm going to pass around some of these papers. On the back, we have the SMART acronym to help you remember what each letter stands for. I have a bunch of these, so you don't just have to have one goal. I have about 5 or 6 goals I want to work on this year, so feel free to take a bunch of these home with you, write down your goals, but this will just kind of help you as we go to sort of think in your own mind what your goals are and how you want to fine-tune them to be more likely to achieve them.
So the first one, specific. Like I said, what exactly do you want to achieve? Define that for yourself. Be honest with yourself. Think about who. Think about what. Think about where. Think about when. Think about why. You want to use those action words. when you're specifically defining your goal. So a generic goal that we have here, be healthier in 2019. Very, 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 very wide goal. There's a lot of things
That
you
can
can
mean
do in
a lot of
2019 to be healthier. So we're gonna use this SMART acronym, and we're gonna get this dialed in. We're gonna get this to be a better goal, a smarter goal. No pun intended. So, for the S, one way to get healthier in 2019 is gonna be to get adjusted more often. And again, this is just a very generic, thing that goal that we came up with. Get adjusted more often. The specific is, how do I wanna be healthier? I wanna include more adjustments in my health in 2019. And how am I gonna be healthier in 2019 with those adjustments? I'm gonna get some adjustments more often. Any questions about that, about the specificity or making that goal specific?
And that doesn't mean getting adjusted or what you choose as your specific is the only thing that is gonna help you reach a broader goal. But there might be, several different little categories you wanna tune in on. So this was just one example of that.
Yep.
Okay, next, the M is measurable. So you want to have a way to determine when you've achieved your goal. How will you know when you've achieved it? So you need to provide a way to evaluate yourself. Think about how much, how many. Think of a way that you can maybe record the data or record the information. So with our very generic goal of being healthier in 2019, we said we're gonna get adjusted more often. We're now gonna make a way to make that goal measurable, and we're gonna say, we're gonna get adjusted once a week. So you could get a calendar and say, I'm gonna get adjusted every Monday, and literally mark off on the calendar every Monday. So you have a way to physically track, my goal was to get adjusted once a week, and yes, I have in fact gotten adjusted once a week. That you've accomplished that portion of your goal.
Right.
Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, any questions so far?
So another example with this measurable, say you have a goal of losing weight. You never wanna just say, oh, I have a goal of losing weight. I'd like to lose weight. You always wanna say how much weight I lose. I'd like to lose 10 pounds. That makes it a smarter goal. If you just say lose weight, 30 years from now, when you're down 1 pound, you've hit your goal. Or the next day when you're down 1 pound, you've hit your goal. But it wasn't a very good goal to start with. And so, yeah, you want to make it measurable, make it so that you know, or anyone else knows, when you've hit that goal.
Be very specific, right?
Yes, yes, yeah. Anyone with any questions so far? All right.
Okay, next is achievable. So is your goal something you have control over? Like, if your goal was world peace, is that something you can really control?
No.
Probably not. It's probably gonna be a goal that fails because it's just out of your hands. So be honest with yourself about what you can reasonably accomplish. Pretend your goal is losing weight. If you said, I wanna lose 100 pounds in 2 months, probably not gonna happen. That's not very likely, even if you worked really, really hard. So make it a reasonably accomplishable goal. Keep in mind too, though, that goals can be set very low, and it's like you don't even have to try to accomplish a goal. So you could say, like, I'm gonna walk to the mailbox once a week. Well, if you already are doing that anyway, that's a pretty low bar to set. If that's something that you haven't done before, then that's totally different. But think about something that's a little bit of a stretch for you, something that's gonna challenge you and push you, but not something that's gonna be so difficult and so out there that it's just impossible to attain or it's really out of your control. With this one, think about action steps. So think about what you would be doing physically to get yourself closer to that goal. So, our goal of being healthier in 2019, you just want to ask yourself, is this something I can accomplish? Is this something I have control over? Is this something that is achievable for me personally? And you would answer yes or no.
Right. So going back to getting adjusted one time a week, this generic example that we're using, if you're someone who has a busy schedule and realistically you're not able to get in here once a week, then this wouldn't be a smart goal to make, because it's not going to be, you're setting yourself up for failure is what you're doing. So you want to make sure that it's something you're going to be able to do, which is achievable. And it's important too, like Benna said, is to set that goal or to get outside that comfort zone, because that's where the growth is going to happen. You never grow when you're comfortable, you always grow when you're uncomfortable. So push yourself out, push those boundaries, make it something that's challenging for yourself, and you're going to get a lot more out of that. So R, relevant. Is this applicable to the place you're in life right now? So you should think about why you should achieve this goal and what is the impact in your life. If I set a goal of getting drafted in the NFL draft next year, that isn't a very relevant goal to me. Could it happen? Probably not. Could it happen? Yeah. But it's not relevant to my life. You know, I'm a dad, I'm a chiropractor, I'm an entrepreneur. I want to be setting goals that is going to push me further in life and push me further ahead. And so those are the types of goals I want to be setting. I don't want to be setting goals that, you know, I want to run a 4-minute mile. That's not very relevant to me. So again, be super honest with yourself and find things that are going to better you. And is this goal consistent with the other established goals and other established plans? A lot of times when you get into this goal writing, they feed into each other. You know, you get one goal written down, you get it all written out in a SMART acronym, and then you say, whoa, this is another good goal. You know, and they kind of help each other and all go in that same direction. And so that's what you want to make sure that the relevance is all headed in that same direction. Any questions about that?
So with our goal of being healthier in 2019, is this relevant to being healthier in 2019? Is getting adjusted, what we said, getting adjusted on a weekly basis, one time per week, is that in line or consistent with the ultimate goal of being healthier? And yes, you can answer yes, it is. Okay, and then T stands for time bound. So you want to state specifically when your start date and when your end date is, so that you're actually giving yourself a time frame or a deadline, and then stick to your time frame, stick to your deadline. Think about, what is my deadline to accomplish this goal? How much time do I want to give myself to get from point A to point B? Make it realistic, but also kind of establish a sense of urgency or a sense of and focus on your time management. So rather than giving yourself 2 years to accomplish a goal, maybe think of a smaller goal or a smaller portion of that goal that you can do in a shorter time frame, and that way you can really feel like you've accomplished something, even though it might be on a smaller scale than your grand goal, but you've accomplished something, and that sense of accomplishment will help you move forward to your next goals. So, with our goal of being healthier in 2019, we're going to get adjusted more often. We decided we're going to get adjusted one time per week. Now, we're going to challenge ourselves to get adjusted one time per week for the next 30 days. Because that seems so much more doable than saying, I'm going to get adjusted once a week for the rest of my life. Because then if you miss a week, you just feel like, man, I failed my goal. That's it. So if we can make a goal within a small amount of time, a lot of times it seems a little bit more feasible to accomplish.
Right, and then you get to the best part of setting goals, which is celebrating when you succeed, when you get your goal finished up. So the smaller that time period is, and again, be honest with yourself, get outside your comfort zone, push yourself a little bit. Don't make it get adjusted once a week for 1 week. Of course, you're going to succeed in that goal, and you're going to celebrate, but it's not going to push you any. It's not going to make you grow. So,
any questions on that?
So once you establish your goals and succeed, say give yourself 6 months. At the end of those 6 months, do you set another goal for yourself? Just keep
Yeah.
it up?
I do personally, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think about what my ultimate vision is, my ultimate what I want to accomplish, or the direction I want to be going in life, and I think of kind of milestones along the way. So, our goal of being healthier in 2019, getting adjusted is just one portion of it. That might be a place you wanna start, or maybe you wanna start with losing weight, or eating better, or, you know, whatever it is that's in line with that ultimate goal or that ultimate direction you wanna be heading. Find other goals along the way, other stepping stones or other milestones that are gonna get you closer and closer to accomplishing that goal.
But couldn't a couple of goals, they're not like in a vacuum, that like you could have a couple goals at the same time
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
towards the
Absolutely,
same
yep,
goal.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, getting just once a week, in this example for 30 days, maybe there's another part of getting healthier
Right.
that will take, you can't really measure it until 60 days or a
Yes.
year or whatever.
yes,
Right.
and multiple goals can be going on at the same time.
Yeah, you
You
don't have
know?
to wait until the end of the 30 days then to sit down and make another goal. Now, if it's, say you set a goal of getting adjusted once a week for 30 days, and then you wanna set another goal for getting adjusted once a week for 60 days, you wouldn't wanna have those two goals running concurrently, because that
But if
wouldn't
you
make
wanted to,
sense.
say, exercise more,
Exercise,
but-
drinking more
but
water.
you couldn't exercise more because you needed more adjustments, or because you have some sort of ailment or something.
Right,
That
right.
perhaps, once you start feeling better from the adjustments, you can exercise more.
Exactly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You're not just walking to the mailbox, maybe
Right.
you're.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, you're spot on. Good job.
Plus, I have discovered that when you have a goal like that, and it is uncomfortable, but if you continue to do it and you do it for a month, you form new habits, and the habits need that length of time to get established. They don't just happen.
Right. What do they say? I think they say
21
it
days.
takes 21 days
21. I
to
was
form a
thinking
new
30.
habit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
Hmm.
alright. Any questions so far? Okay. Alright, next we have some SMART goal tips. So,
So, first thing, find a trusted partner to share your goals with. Someone to act as an accountability partner. This keeps you honest to yourself, so that a week into getting adjusted once a week and you've missed already, you're not just, scribbling things out, changing your goals. I mean, you could do that, but of course, find someone to share your goals with. They share their goals with you, and you guys keep each other honest. Check in with each other. Say, hey, how's that going? We talked about that last time. How's that healthier in 2019 thing going? And they're gonna do the same for you. And it's gonna, goals are gonna get accomplished together. They're gonna get accomplished better because you have some motivation. Whether it's the motivation of not letting that person down, or the motivation of you don't wanna be embarrassed when you tell them, oh, I didn't do that, or the motivation of just getting things done, getting those goals done. You also want to write down your goals. You want to make sure that you're writing things down so that when you go back and see if you've accomplished your goals, they're written there. They're specific, they're measured, they're attainable, they're relevant, and they're time bound. You also want to reward yourself. That's, like I said, that's my favorite part of goal setting, because you got to celebrate those things. Takes 21 days to build a habit. If you're hitting goals and you're celebrating, it's gonna be easier to hit goals next time. You're rewarding yourself with I bought myself a new book because I hit this goal. You're gonna continue to grow. You're gonna continue to hit goals because you're reinforcing that in your neurology. You're
Like
building those tracks.
positive reinforcement.
Yep.
Whenever
Yep.
you accomplish something.
And when you achieve a goal, you wanna celebrate, you wanna spend some time in that moment, but then you wanna move on. You wanna get to that next goal. You wanna continue to move forward. You wanna build some momentum, pun intended.
Alright, so what next? Get started now, and I love this quote. Nico put it on Facebook the other day. If cauliflower can somehow become pizza, you, my friend, can do anything. And it's true.
Yes.
So, now we wanna take a little bit of time for you guys to kind of write out your goals. If you're having trouble working through anything, we can answer any questions. You don't have to share them with us. If it's something private that you wanna keep to yourself or just, between you and your accountability partner, that is totally fine. But if you hit a roadblock on any of the letters and you're like, ooh, how would I say that, or what do I put here? Feel free to ask us, we can help you out with that. And then Nico and I would like to present a challenge to everyone that's here tonight.
Yeah.
So,
So we want you to come up with one goal to achieve over the next 30 days. And then we want you to come back in 30 days. We want you to tell us that you've met your goal, and we want to give you a little prize for that. So,
Now, the 30 days, is it like from day one through the 30th? Or say,
today could be day one,
yeah, say.
or
if you-
tomorrow could be day one.
It's not
Yeah.
calendar.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you say, mine was to drink a gallon of water every day, I think
Oh,
I'm trying
nice.
to do that. And
Yeah.
so far, I've done it.
Okay,
Say tomorrow, I don't get that in. Do you extend it another day?
that's what I would do,
Okay,
yeah.
or just say fail and start.
Yeah.
No, you need to start over, it needs to be
wouldn't- yeah.
2 gallons a
Yeah.
day.
I am personally very discouraged if I miss a day and then I'm like, all right, that's it.
Yep.
It's
That's
not
all
gonna
I know.
happen now.
Mhm.
So I like that. Like, I kind of pick up where I left off, so I can keep that momentum.
Okay.
I just write it off as, okay, I had a bad day. Everyone has a bad day
Mhm.
now and then. We're all human. Well, let's keep moving forward.
yeah.
So instead of the whole, previous 15 days just meaning nothing, I'm just gonna pretend this day that I did bad never happened and just keep progressing from there.
Yeah. Or
We get so punishment focused sometimes on ourselves, do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a negative thing. Setting goals should be very positive. It should be encouraging. It should make you feel uplifted. It should make you feel really good. And when you start to shame yourself for being human, it's very discouraging. So just remember to have grace with yourself and, understand that there are gonna be goals that we don't accomplish, and it's fine. The point is, we're making an effort, and when we do fail, we continue to try, and we keep working hard to move forward, so.
See,
Right.
I wouldn't even add 1 day on, I would allow myself, okay, there's 2 days in this month that I'm allowed to not drink a gallon of water. Cause life happens or whatever
Mhm.
happens, do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then, for the first time in my life, I'm losing weight. I've always, we've all done the yo-yo thing, all the good thing. Forgive me for a brief soapbox if I may, okay? What I finally decided to do is you lose the first 10, and then that's easy, and then you get discouraged, after that, yeah. So what I do is I require myself to lose 2 pounds every month. If I lose 0 pounds, doesn't matter. I weigh myself throughout the month, but I weigh myself on the first. If I lose 0 pounds, no worries, I'll just try for 2 pounds next month. If I lose 1 pound, that's fine. Some months I've lost 4, some months I've lost 0, some was just 1 pound. Over Christmas, I gained 4 pounds. Now, the only time I quote-unquote punish myself is, in this situation, I have to lose that 4 pounds that I gained. This month is my goal. If it takes me 2 months to do it, that's fine. But if I don't lose anything, I don't say to myself, oh, now I have to, it's not like a cumulative thing. And for the first time in my life, I'm down 25 pounds, I'm feeling better than, do you know what I mean? And it was over 6 months, whereas if I would've thought about it as 6 months, I would've gone insane and not been successful. But my only requirement is 1 or 2 pounds a month, and, okay, so I skip a couple trips to McDonald's. But I don't always skip on the cake.
Mine is chips, the lightly salted ones.
So goals are very personal, as we can, see just from listening to each other's stories. Write them how you're comfortable with writing them. These 5 things are guidelines to help you kind of focus in and help you really focus on, what the specific part of the goal is, or what the, what the time frame of the goal is. But you can be as elaborate or as, you know, as simple as you want with the goals and with your, you know, exceptions and all different types of things like that. So it's very personal. You're writing your goals for yourself, so make them about you.
Any questions at all?
Well, you made me feel better because sometimes you make goals and you don't achieve them and you get mad at yourself and kind of quit. But, you know, you said you gained 4 pounds, okay, and you changed your goals a little bit and adjusted them, right?
Yeah, well, I gained 4 pounds, so now in my mind, it's like, now I need to lose that 4 pounds.
Mhm.
If I don't lose 6 pounds, it's not a big deal, as long as I don't continue to gain. Every month I have to at least lose, you know, strive to lose 2 pounds, or if I gained anything, I have to lose what I gained at least.
That's good.
So that's the only time that I quote unquote punish myself,
Mhm.
but that's not really punishment, when it's the first negative in 6 months, I can't complain too much.
Okay, so it's like your goals aren't hardcore.
No.
Yeah, I think,
There's always
I think,
fluctuation.
yeah, I think of goals as dynamic, like kind of changing and, you know, something that like might change a little bit over time.
Uh-huh.
Especially if you have a longer time frame, like she said.
Yeah, and when
You
it
know,
plateaus
6-month
out for me,
timeframe.
you know, then I achieved my goal. Because I don't wanna give up good food. I'm a baker for a living. I like good food.